So, hi Chris.
Yo, sup, girl? The younger generation says I have to talk to that and say, what's up? I have to spell all my texts wrong, what's up, what's going on? And I just never was any good at it, but so anyways. What are we talking about today?
Well, let's talk about The Walking Deaf.
In the spirit of Halloween.
In the spirit of Halloween, which was last week.
Absolutely. Not The Walking Dead, which could probably sum up 90% of the population walking out there. We'll take that next 5% and talk about The Walking Deaf.
So what does that mean to you, Chris?
To me, it means that people are just walking around there not open and willing to receive what is coming their way. That could be good, that could be bad, that could be ugly, that could be fantastic. They're just not open to receive it. Have you ever given somebody something and they made it so awkward to receive it, where they just kind of said, oh, you shouldn't have, and they put their head down and they do funny things with their hands and go, ugh. And it was just like, ugh, well, I kind of wanted to make their day, but now they kind of just shook me off by not being open to receive. So to me, The Walking Deaf means just receiving.
Yeah, there's often times where you say something to somebody and they totally glaze over as you're saying it. And it's like they're not home.
They go, huh? You're thinking, how do I rephrase that so it's going to stick?
Yeah. And so have you ever been the walking deaf?
Absolutely.
And aware of it?
Well, as we gain awareness, we find out how many times in our life that we actually, the solution was trying to come towards us, or a compliment or something was trying to come at us, and we just weren't open to receive it. Yeah. In your business ways, you may have people to come to you and say, help. And really, they may not be in a position where they're willing to hear or accept any sort of help or guidance or what the truth may be. They're just looking to stay in that rut, in that, I guess we call it the circle, where you just, the story and the story and the story of the story. So that to me is kind of what The Walking Deaf means.
Yeah, and it is a lot of times too, The Walking Deaf is a lot around conclusions. So people will come to me certainly and they will ask their team for insight or their angels for guidance, whatever it may be. Yet they came to the session already deciding what the answer needed to be. So when their team gives them a different awareness, they do that. They can't hear it. Become the walking deaf with that. Instead of us just living, all of us, because I know I've done it myself, all of us just living from the space of what is really possible and being willing to, like you say, being willing to receive it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. If somebody's giving you a compliment, be there with it and don't, I always call it the ninja when people go, oh no, this old thing, oh my hair, oh no. It's like, no, what if you just said, hey, thanks.
Yep.
And same if somebody is criticizing you. It doesn't have to be, I always tell people, no matter what people are saying about you, it has nothing to do about you. It has to do with the other person, whether it's a compliment or a judgment. Mm-hmm. So if you just used your awareness, took from each of them what was required, then you could create all sorts of magic in your world because you wouldn't be the walking deaf.
No, absolutely. Let me give you a strange example. You walk up to somebody on the street and their fly is wide open. Do you say, mister, your fly is like wide open? Or because you're too worried about embarrassing the person, you don't say anything at all?
How often do we do that?
Well, because you're sitting there going, boo, and then you become the walking deaf because you hear nothing they say. All you can focus on is their fly is open. So you're kind of going, and you walk away going, I don't know what the heck that person just said, because the whole time I was thinking, can I tell them that their fly's open?
Yes.
There's an odd little
That's
tangent right there.
That's a really odd example.
I don't know where that came from.
Did it happen earlier?
Yeah, exactly. It's not open right now, but it was earlier.
Very close.
So we're always worried, and how many times do we go through life and saying, we might finally get up the courage to tell that person the fly is open, or tell that person, say, this would be such an easy step for you to walk past this story that you've got yourself in. And we say it, and either they're not open to accept it, or we don't kind of muster up the strength to be able to tell it to them. And as you say a lot of times, what would be a contribution here? You can't walk up and just hit everybody over the head saying, well, this is what's going on with your life, and get your head out of your ass, and blah, 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 blah. But however, sometimes it's a biggest kindness to say is, how can we get through this? How can we get you on to the next step?
Yeah.
No different why we do these videos. If there's something to take out of this to get on that next step, that's why we're doing them.
Yeah, if nothing, just to laugh at us, really.
Hollywood hasn't called us to buy them from us yet, so
Not
at this
yet.
point in time, it's...
We're waiting. Phone's over there.
Exactly. Oprah hasn't called yet. So yeah, how many times in your life and in our lives have we been the walking deaf? And next question, do we really want to hear?
Yeah. What would it take to be willing to receive everything without having a point of view about it? Just because somebody thinks you're the worst person ever doesn't mean it's real or true.
That is their interesting point of view.
That's right. And they're stupid. Oh, sorry.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. Man, that is, yeah, anyway. So we'll leave you with this, because it's just going to go downhill from here.
Exactly, yeah. We'll leave you with, don't be a dumbass.
Don't be a dumbass.
That's how we'll leave it today. So.
That's their words of advice. We could have done that in 3 seconds.
Yeah. If you're rewatching it, go to this part. Yeah. Don't be a dumbass. There you go.
Simple.
Done.
Dumbass.
Take care.